Welcome, everybody. Randy Replay back at it again here. And the Minnesota Twins baseball is back on the SSN. Today we have a very winnable game as Todd Schmidt, with a 2-2 record, 4.65 ERA, goes up against his struggling David Price at 1-5 with a 4.76 ERA. If you paid attention to the last game, you've noticed that the Minnesota Twins bats struggled yesterday, striking out 9 times. With those, Matt Peters struck out 3 times, Axberg struck out twice, and Jesse Peterson struck out twice. He did get 2 hits and 6 at-bats, but still. The bats have struggled, Paul Fritchie having an 0-for-4 day. He is going to be out of the lineup today as Justin Lewis is able to be back in center. Matt Peters will be in left field. Smeagol will be in right field. Tevin Fair gets the day off after his hot day of a 3-5. At least that is projected. Only scoring 3 runs, getting routed by the Red Sox 8-3. We have 1 left, and then we get a day off, and then we're away for 6 games. So let's get to it. Boston leads the series 2-0 to Twins, looking to avoid a sweep. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in just a moment. Hello. And welcome everybody, Randy Replay welcoming you back into the confines of the Metrodome here in Minneapolis.
Your Minnesota Twins.
As the Minnesota Twins take the field, it will be Todd Schmidt taking the mound in this one. Seems like we just had him up here. Keith Ryberg in the mix today. Jesse Peterson comes back. Steve Nyland will be DHing as Paul Fritchie gets the day off. Todd Schmidt, though, in 6 starts. He has a 2-2 record, a 4.65 ERA, 40 and 2/3 innings pitched, 43 hits allowed, 4 walks, 38 strikeouts, and a 1.16 whip. Here's Dustin Pedroia. Had the day off yesterday, but pinched hit
for Boston.
later on in that game. So Dustin Pedroia back in the lineup today as Todd Schmidt gives him a fastball taken for strike 1 in the game. Slider missing the plate. 1-1 to Pedroia. He's able to get this thing foul. Todd Schmidt. Sinker up high, got him. Strikeout number 35 of Todd Schmidt's season. Of course, he's trailing Nathan Reichert. And then it's going to be Xander Bogaerts, Mookie Betts, Jackie Bradley Jr., Sandoval Ramirez, Brock Holt, Castillo, and Tucker Barnhart to round off the starting lineup batting-wise for the Boston Red Sox. 3 for 10 with a double is Bogaerts coming into today's game so far during the series. Line foul, Luis Gonzalez right there to pick it up. Foul ball. Bogaerts does it again here as he swings on the slider, no contact. Umpiring crew, Mike Fillmore, Kenny Jansen, Rusty Valentine will cover the bases, and Jerry Hillsdale behind the plate. Hillsdale. Better not make fun of any more people there, as I learned my lesson yesterday with Ben Nintendo, who is out of the lineup today. Oh my goodness. So the Bogaerts gets on
Right fielder
a base hit.
Mookie Betts.
So Mookie Betts comes in. Series 1 for 10 with 4 strikeouts. Not having the best of series here is Mookie Betts. Like to forget about it almost. Schmidt able to glove this one. Looks at second. No throw there. So he goes to third. And he's called safe at first. Oh my goodness.
Jackie Bradley Jr.
And Jackie Bradley Jr. had a big game yesterday. He's 2 for 9 in the series, 2 strikeouts. Oh my goodness. So called safe at first. As the fastball, you gotta believe, ran up on Todd Schmidt there. Mookie Betts able to foul this thing away. 0-2 now to Betts. Travis Lee wants something low and outside. He gets it. Strikeout number 2 of the game for Todd Schmidt.
Batting fifth.
Pablo Sandoval 1 for 9 with a double and 2 RBIs
Pablo
in the series.
Sandoval.
Power hitting threat always somebody you got to pitch around here, I think. Ooh. That was a big foul. Went right into the dugout there. Ooh, just missing the corner was Todd Schmidt on that one. So here we go. Does it again. Able to get this thing through, base hit. This should load the bases. The throw to home. Tevin Fair got him at the plate. Inning over. Oh my goodness. So we get him out at the plate. Tevin Fair with a great throw. Travis Lee does the rest. We've called that many times. So they get 3 hits, no runs. To our bottom of the first we go for the Minnesota Twins. And enter David Price. 6 games, 1-5 record. ERA of 4.76, 34 innings pitched, 40 hits allowed, 8 walks, 41 strikeouts, though, with that 1.41 whip. And if there's anything that the Minnesota Twins struggle with, it's strikeouts. Here's Luis Gonzalez in the series, 2 for 10 with 2 singles.
Leading off for the Twins.
Carrying a 3.10 average, he has
Luis
2 fastballs, a changeup, a
Gonzalez.
cutter, and a curveball in his repertoire. So we'll be using those pitches today as the curveball again down low gets Luis Gonzalez swinging, strike 1. Oh my goodness. So Luis Gonzalez. Curveball, 1-1 now. Minnesota Twins batters versus the curveball and changeup. Those 2 pitches have caused us the most amount of problems here this season. As the changeup inside fouled away. Would have been a ball, but Luis Gonzalez goes after it. Here we go. See what Price has for Gonzalez now. Looks like it is a fastball inside, but it's going to be jammed, and he'll fly out to left field. So that'll bring up Jesse Peterson.
Batting second.
Or is that Justin
Center
Lewis?
fielder.
Yes, that's Justin Lewis. Then
Lewis.
Jesse Peterson, Keith Ryberg, Axberg, Fair, Thaddeus Rozu, Steven Nyland DHs. He'll hit 8th. And then Travis Lee, the catcher, on a bit of a cold streak, rather. He will bat 9th and play catcher in today's game. Justin Lewis comes in with a 2.92 average. This is one of the first times we've seen him here in the series. He did pinch hit and get a hit a couple days ago, but other than that, we've not seen him, as he'll get a base hit here, the first of the day for the Minnesota Twins. So now the double ball creeps in, double play ball rather, but there's one guy to get around it. It's Jesse Peterson.
Jesse Peterson.
What a hit. That thing was out of the zone too. Justin Lewis is the kind of guy that could go up and just about get anything at the plate. So here's Jesse Peterson. Peterson looks like shallow right field. He'll fly out. And Lewis has to go back to third, so 1 man on here.
Batting fourth.
Here comes
Second
Keith
baseman.
Ryberg. No home runs, looking to
Number
change
4.
that, obviously. 333 average. He will play second base today. Keith Ryberg has a good batting record here at home. On deck is Smeagol. There's Paul Mahler. Hopefully not going to see Smeagol next inning. We'd like to see him here. Ryberg back right at David Price as Lewis takes a while to get going, and he's out. I don't know what happened there, if that was a... Oh, that is frustrating for sure, as they get called out of the inning. So
Leading off for Boston.
Hanley Ramirez is due up.
Designated hitter, Hanley Ramirez.
What a bad way to end the inning, too. I mean, we get a couple hits, but whether it was a bad decision or a problem with a glitch there, I'm not sure. Strike 2. Now to Todd Schmidt. It's in the past. Nothing we can do about it. Keep rolling on as Todd Schmidt does. He will fly out Hanley Ramirez to right field. Smeagol's right there to put it away out number 1. Now we have to talk about this kid. He's played in almost every single game this season. He's showing signs of fatigue, and that's where he will be in right field like he always is. Tevin Fair is in left. Jesse Peterson, the shortstop. Thaddeus Rozu at third. Travis Lee behind the plate. Luis Gonzalez at first base. And Keith Ryberg will take over the second base duties today. I thought Steve Nyland was on third, but I guess he's DHing today. So I do apologize for that in the beginning of the broadcast. As Todd Schmidt runs one inside, and he'll come back with a curveball outside. Probably a waste pitch there. Nothing doing, though, as wisely lays off Brock Holt. Slider just misses. Stadium is so quiet now for Todd Schmidt. As Tevin Fair gets a good jump on this one, and he gloves it for out number 2.
Batting eighth.
Tevin Fair playing left field. Here is Rusney Castillo. Rusney, sorry. Oh, my goodness. Todd Schmidt will start Rusney off with an inside fastball. Catches the corner. And it's quickly 1-0. Or 0-1. Oh, my goodness. Here comes Todd Schmidt back with a changeup. This will be hooked foul. Travis Lee setting up inside for Todd Schmidt. As Tevin Fair has enough speed to get over and get this thing. He said he had it the whole way, and Justin Lewis tips his cap to him. Even though it would have been easier for Justin Lewis to range over, Tevin Fair showing off the speed. Axberg Fair Rosu due up here in the second inning. Last 7 games, 12 for 28, carrying a 4.29 average. Smeagol. So a very, very good stretch of games for him thus far. Let's see what he does here. Struck out twice yesterday. He's been working on seeing the ball a little bit better this past 24 hours here. We'll see if it pays off. As it looks like it hasn't. He goes 1-1. That curveball still a problem pitch for him. Struck out twice on it yesterday. Smeagol, pretty good contact. And the dive. Missing, and he's going to go back to first base. So Smeagol's in there on the missed dive play there. So the first baseman will leave his base and go out into shallow right, and he just misses. So lucky again was Smeagol there. And lucky for the Red Sox, the right fielder was there. Otherwise, Smeagol would be on second base. Tevin Fair due up. Ooh, swings at the fastball outside. Strike 1 for Tevin Fair. Smeagol goes, it's a late start, and it's gloved. He needs to tag up, and that'll be a double play. Oh my goodness. So the stolen base did not work.
Number 43.
As Bogart's able to jump up and get this thing. And before he realizes it, Smeagol has to tag up and go back to first base, and that will just about end the inning. Here's Thaddeus Rosu. Rosu. Solid contact. Looks like it'll be caught, though, shallow right center, or left center, sorry. So that'll end the inning. We go and get a hit, but we can't do anything with it yet again, as poor base running today for the Minnesota Twins. Here in the top of the third. Pretty good situation here. Won't be a strikeout. Ooh, Smeagol dives for it, but Ryberg says he has it, and he actually robs Smeagol of a catch. Oh my goodness.
Number 2, Xander Bogart.
Poking fun out there at each other now. Here's Xander Bogart's 1-for-1 single in the first. We're actually going to go back and take a look at this. Todd Schmidt deals. We're going to get rid of that. There we go. Pretty solid contact here, but of course Smeagol saying he's got it. Makes the dive. Maybe he wouldn't. Well, given the trajectory, he might not have done it, but he still. Ryberg is lucky that, you know, he wasn't a little bit closer. Otherwise, he would have taken him out at the knee. But he catches it, then runs away and throws it back in. So pretty good play out there for Keith Ryberg as the fastball goes right down Broadway. Lots of pitches running up on Todd Schmidt now. Sinker fouled away. We'll see what he can do. Todd Schmidt Curveball in the dirt. Waste pitch there. Yeah, the sinker got him. Number 35, fourth of the game. And that will end the inning. So after 5 hits, no runs for the Red Sox. The the 2-hit Minnesota Twins are due up here in the 4th. Steven Nyland strides in for his first at-bat of this series.
Leading off for the Twins, designated hitter, number 33.
Designating. He's DHing today, as Randy can't talk. Steven Nyland waiting for his pitch. Curveball outside, taken. Nyland right back at Price. This one will get through a big hit to start this inning for the Minnesota Twins. So we get another hit. That's 3 in the game.
Batting ninth.
Here's Travis Lee batting cleanup. 295, 2 home runs on the season. We'll see what he can do. Avoid the double play ball as much as you can. Ooh, a little late on the fastball right down the middle. He looks like he'll pop up to the shortstop. Yes, indeed. So out number 1 of the inning. As we go back to the top, looking ahead, Minnesota Twins will be off tomorrow before starting a Wednesday. Wednesday apparently. Tuesday, Wednesday series, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday against the White Sox, and then a weekend series in Cleveland. So 0 for 1 fly out in the first for Luis Gonzalez. We probably need to get our graphics guy get looked at there. Change up down low, gets him, strike 1. As I'm pretty sure Tuesday comes after Monday and before Wednesday. Not Wednesday, Thursday. So a little mistake squeaking by as the fastball gets in there. Strike number 2 to Luis Gonzalez. Especially when you need a hit here, that's not what you need. And the changeup in the dirt got him. Strike number 3, so he strikes out today. Here's Justin Lewis. That thing is just so deceiving here. So now a bigger strike zone here for Justin Lewis, the power threat of the Minnesota Twins lineup. And he'll hit a mile-high fly, and that will end the inning. So Nyland runs for third in case of any tomfoolery, but we end the third on that note. Still nothing going into the 4th inning. Will come indeed. Bogarts, center field, Justin Lewis will get it. Inning over. So they go down in order. We're due up Rosu, Nyland, and Travis Lee to end our second time through the batting order. We're in the bottom of the 5th. So Thaddeus Rosu steps in, 0 for 1, flew out.
Twins. Third baseman, number 43.
Fouls one away, strike 1. So Rosu struggles to begin the month of May here. Curveball. Ooh, swung on and fouled away. Let's see what Price wants to do as he runs one up on Thaddeus Rosu. He will lay off. 1-2 to Rosu now. Rosu will chop a changeup backwards. Still 1-2 as he fouls that one away. Rosu right back to Price again. Center field is the location for this hit as Rosu will get on to lead off single.
Now batting,
so here's Steven Nyland.
number 33.
So Steven Nyland has to watch anything down low in the zone as to not get into the double play. Steven Nyland hits this one foul. It gets away from the left fielder. Good curveball. Good timing. He just knocked it foul a little bit. Ooh, Nyland. High fastball. 0-2 now to Steve Nyland. When you expect something down low in the zone and he goes high, it's a little bit different there. Little fastball waste pitch, and it's 1-2 now to Nyland. Trying to see if you could get him to chase. Any other normal circumstance, I think he would. So here's Steven Nyland working on with his last strike as he fouls another fastball away. Would have been called a ball, would be sitting at 2-2. And David Price not going down low in the zone here. And as soon as I said it, he throws the curveball down low. The pitch that has been getting us in this whole series. Oh my goodness. So Travis Lee is due up. That was well off the plate, and he just tried to chase it. So here's Travis Lee now. 1 out, bottom of the 5th. He'll slice one foul. That would have been a ball. Maybe. We'll see what happens here. Travis Lee will... Off the bag! Both men are on. Both men are safe. It was off the bag. So Luis Gonzalez over 2 strikeout in the 3rd inning will be up now. So a good turn of events there for the Minnesota Twins as the throw goes wide of the plate. Luis Gonzalez will chop this one foul on a late decision. So now what do you do? Luis Gonzalez strike 2 as he swings at a pitch in the dirt. We've really got to go back to the fundamentals of baseball, it seems. Able to get this thing up and over. As Travis Lee will think second about going to 3rd, but Thaddeus Rozu quickly rounds and scores from second, so that's another RBI for Luis Gonzalez, RBI single. And that thing was down in the zone. He was able to go up or go down and muscle this thing up off the ground. So that it wasn't a double play. Now the double play ball is still in effect here, so you have to be careful about what you do, Justin Lewis, as he will get another deep shot. Off the wall, should be 2. Luis Gonzalez breaks for the plate. It's a little late, so he's going to go back to 3rd. But an RBI double for Justin Lewis as I think Luis Gonzalez had the speed. He just double thought twice about it is what I'm trying to say. A double for Justin Lewis. So here's Jesse Peterson. Double play ball officially ruled out for his at-bat. And if he gets a single here, should be able to score a run. Jesse Peterson. This one is deep. It is gone! Jesse Peterson, left center field, 3-run shot! Oh my heavens! He knew it the whole way too. Everybody in the stadium was holding their breath. And now the manager has a decision to make as Jesse Peterson, his 5th of the season, joins that man right there, Justin Lewis, for tied first for the team lead in home runs. And it's something about this building. Jesse Peterson can hit home runs in. That thing, a monster, 407-footer. Look at that beauty. So it goes just over the wall, but that's enough to send it. As now the bases are cleared. 5-0 Minnesota Twins. Bottom of the 5th, here's Keith Ryberg. Ryberg should have laid off that one, but he flies out to 3rd baseman as we have one more out to work with.
Number 13.
Here's Spiegel, 2 for 2 in this game with 2 singles, carrying over from the 4 for 4 day he had over there in Target Field last series. He will chop this thing down and he will chop out to the 3rd baseman. So the 3rd baseman is a part of the final 2 outs, but we add 3 here on Jesse Peterson's dinger, not to mention the RBI double and single from Justin Lewis, and I do believe Luis Gonzalez can make it 3 here against Todd Schmidt. No, but it will be the first put out of the game for Luis Gonzalez, 5 in his last 2 games, as he's been part of a lot of putouts this season. And 6 in 2 games as Luis Gonzalez will beat Sandoval for his 6th putout in 2 games and 2nd of this inning. Oh my goodness. So it hits 5-0 Twins. Boston Red Sox go down in order as we go to the bottom of the 6th. And that is how you need to play, as Stephen Wright will enter. You get the starter out early, as he has a 3-for-3 record, a 6.16 ERA, 30 2/3 innings pitched, 28 strikeouts, and surrendering good averages. Here's Tevin Fair looking for his first hit of the game. So Stephen Wright has a knuckleball, curveball, four-seamer. Oh my goodness. So just be patient out there at the plate. There's the knuckleball. And that thing will climb up, and then it'll come down kind of like a sinker. So you need to be very, very cautious of that pitch. As Tevin Fair gets really not bad timing there, but he'll hook it foul and do now. All knuckleballs to Tevin Fair. This one will be hit. And that's all you're going to do with the knuckleball. Pop it up. Out number 1 of the inning. And throwing the curveball once down low for a strike. There's the fastball, and he got him looking. And wow, what an inning. At the end of 6, it's still Minnesota 5, Boston nothing. Stephen Wright taking care of business here. 1 out gone, top of the 7th. 0-1 to Castillo. Broken bat. Todd Schmidt will glove it. Out number 2. Todd Schmidt gets a little bit of an ovation here as the broken bat will be cleaned up. And here's Tucker Barnhart, 1 for 2, doubled in the 3rd. We'll see what he can do here against Todd Schmidt. Ooh, thought about going around, wisely laid off. Ball 1. So, runner at 3rd. That's a fair ball. The run will score. And he will not go to 2nd as the Boston Red Sox now have a run. It's 5-1 Minnesota.
Now batting number 15,
Dustin Pedroia 0 for 3. Todd Schmidt with a ball. You got to believe he's on some sort of a pitch watch now as he's let a run score. Sinker. Just foul. Dustin Pedroia had some power behind that, and with that, Phil Hughes will enter. And here comes Phil Hughes. So Phil Hughes, 8 games, he has a 2-0 record, ERA of 1.96, 18 1/3 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts, surrendering good averages to left-handed batters, but those righties are very, very low, 1.58. 5-1, losing to the Twins. This one goes to Peterson. Peterson's going to have to act quickly. He does. Off the scoop. It's out number 3. As here we come. Here's the code.
Traditional 7th inning stretch.
Take me out to the ball game. Your code for 20% off your Caribou order is Cracker Jack. As we're going to get some more bullpen action. We're going to get Glenn Perkins due up. Just in case. Home, we have to battle back, as the Metrodome Miracles have happened more times than we like to imagine, as Luis Gonzalez goes down to get this thing. And with his him being so short and his low frame, that worked out perfectly. We're going to get a look at this, I hope. No? Well, guess what? Mookie Betts steps in 2 for 3 before he takes his at-bat. We're going to take a look at it ourselves. Because of his low frame and his low height, he's able to get balls that are just so low down to the ground. Look at this thing. This thing was on the ground. His glove is on the turf here. He's able to glove it. And, yeah, so not to knock on his height, but it's good to have a short first baseman that has such a range as he does. So there's foul ball number 1. As he hit a 3-run homer last time up in the 5th. Jesse Peterson has hit the most home runs in the Metrodome of any Twin this season. And we'll see if the knuckleball works for him this time, as he's able to get this thing down. But it goes right to the first baseman. So the knuckleball has been diagnosed, and we're hitting it now. We're just hitting it in the wrong parts of the field. Oh, my goodness. So 18 pitches, 17 of them were knuckleballs, one of them being a curveball. There's a fastball, the first one of the day by Wright. Goes for a ball, though. You can see knuckleball, curveball, and a fastball. Knuckleball swung on, grounded to the second baseman, shortstop rather. And the shortstop will get the throw in there. Out number 2 for Ryberg. Zero Smigel, 2 for 3, 2 singles, carrying a .315 average, 2 home runs. Obviously like to change that home run number, but you can only do so much here in baseball. Oh my goodness, that one was right back at right, and the knuckleball I do believe has been diagnosed, beaten, destroyed, plummeted into the earth. As we finally get a hit off the knuckle. Oh, that might have been a curveball. Actually, I'm freaking out over nothing. But still, a hit off right makes everything all right. Yeah, that was the knuckleball. All righty. Seem to be doing pretty good for ourselves here, diagnosing that pitch. Ooh, it's in there. Strike 1. As soon as I say it, we take one for a strike. So 22 pitches. 2 of them have been pitches that haven't been a knuckleball. So you do the math. And Tevin Fair will just get underneath this thing. Foul territory. Smeagol's running for third, and there's out number 3 right between the 2 pitchers warming up out there. At the end of 8, still 5-1 Twins. Top of the 9th coming up. Last chance for Boston.
For Boston.
Here's Pablo Sandoval.
Number 48. Pablo
Sandoval. Comes in 1 for 3. He'll look at the low fastball. And us, our bullpen blowing leads here. You never know, as Tevin Fair records the first out of 3 needed to win the game. Stay tuned for post-game highlights brought to you by Randy Replay and all of us here on the SSN. As the Minnesota Twins 2 outs away from taking 1 out of 3 here from Boston at home. And 3 games out of 6 for this 6-game homestand, which going 500 for this season is not that bad at all, as this one is high into left center. Tevin Fair says he has it, and he does, out number 2. This crowd is thrown into a tussle as it is very loud in here. For the final out, Brock Holt 1 for 3, doubled in the 4th. Final out opportunity. Phil Hughes, you'd think, would get the win, as the first pitch goes for a fastball, strike 1. What a game this has been. A 3-run homer, Jesse Peterson in the 5th, aided by a RBI double and an RBI single, Luis Gonzalez and Justin Lewis. We'll get you all that as the slider will go up. Tevin Fair, is he going to be a part of all 3 outs of the vertical? He is, and the Minnesota Twins have taken 1 from the Boston Red Sox. And with how loud it's been, you think they just clinched the playoffs. Oh my goodness, it's good to see a win here, especially at home. And right before you go out on a 6-game away stand. Excuse me, must have been this bad soda. So we're showing Todd Schmidt here on the TV broadcast, so it looks like he will get the victory, his 3rd of the season. And Tevin Fair, oh my goodness, get out of the way. Oh, that was the creepiest thing ever. Oh my goodness. So we do it in the 5th inning. 5 runs across the plate off 9 hits, and we don't look back. As here's the final line score.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious Twins. 5 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Red Sox, 1 run, 8 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 47 minutes. A reminder that extra
so there you have it. For your Minnesota Twins, Todd Schmidt is the player of the game. He went 6 2/3 innings. He allowed 8 hits, one run. He got out of a lot of big innings with runners in scoring position. He didn't walk anybody, and he had 6 strikeouts. I said 5 in the game. It was 6. Randy Replay struggles with calling these games. He climbs the 3-2 on the season. He is the Twins pitcher with the most wins this season. Jesse Peterson went 1 for 4, but it was a big hit as he hits the only home run in the game. 3 RBIs across the plate with him, and he scores a run himself. Justin Lewis went 2 for 4 with a double. RBI scored a run as well. Smigel 3 for 4. as he gets 3 singles. Luis Gonzalez, 1 for 4. RBI scored a run with a single in his repertoire. For Boston, the visiting team and the losing team of this game, Tucker Barnhart, 2 for 3, a double and RBI. Brock Holt, 1 for 4, a double. Mookie Betts, 2 for 4 with 1 strikeout, 2 singles. And Hanley Ramirez, 1 for 4 with a single there towards the end, and a run scored. Your losing pitcher of today's game, let me say that again, your losing pitcher of today's game, one more time for good measure, your losing pitcher of today's game for the Boston Red Sox, David Price, 1-6 now on the season. 5 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed, 5 runs, 5 of them earned. No walks, only 2 strikeouts for David Price. What a win. I mean, Wright gave us, he humbled us a little bit, but as the game went on, you saw the knuckleball was not as effective as it was coming into the game earlier. This has been Randy Replay. We're going to get you back to the main screen, and we will preview the next couple series in Chicago and Cleveland and see what else the AL Central Division did as we celebrate a win and we have an off day to prepare. And hello and welcome back. This is Randy Replay, welcoming you back to the main screen. Coming up, this is our off day today. But coming up next, it will be the Minnesota Twins with a 3-game series against Chicago. And then we go to Cleveland for 3. And we face pretty good pitchers along the way. The first game, Carlos Rodon. Rodon has given us problems, but since he got his first win of the season, there we go, against us here in our 10-game homestand, he has fallen and lost 5 starts in a row. So he is very, very vulnerable as he has pitched 27 2/3 innings, 18 strikeouts, and a 7.16 ERA. And we have been very lucky in Chicago White Sox Stadium. At their stadium, we have hit 3, maybe 4 home runs. So that is a stadium that Steven Nyland has enjoyed success. So he will be in the lineup for sure that game. And then Miguel Gonzalez. Interesting. I say interesting because that is... Could that be Luis Gonzalez's brother? His name is Miguel. We'll have to find out. Be sure to stay tuned. Oh, just kidding. He has a 1-2 record, 34 innings pitched, 17 strikeouts, carrying a 2.65 ERA. So that'll be an uphill battle there. Then we face Corey Lubke. We lost to him in both series, away and at home. 2-2. 26 2 innings pitched, 27 strikeouts, 7.76 ERA. And in that time, Nathan Reichert, looking for his 3rd win. 3.65 ERA, 44 strikeouts. He's now 5 behind the league leader. We'll take a look at that momentarily. Derek Fahey with 39 strikeouts, 5.59 ERA, looking for his 1st win of the season. And then big boy Irvin Santana will go against Corey Lubke there in the last game. I mentioned it just a second ago. As we take a look at strikeouts, we'll go in here so it's easier to see. Okay, so Lance McCullers is at 49. Justin Verlander's at 49. Masahiro Tanaka is at 44. Masahiro Tanaka is at 44. Nathan Reichert and Todd Schmidt after his 6th strikeout day. I totally forgot to report on this. Todd Schmidt, 6 strikeouts, ties him with Nathan Reichert. So Nathan Reichert pitches before Justin Verlander and Lance McCullers. So he will get tomorrow to the next game, tomorrow's game. He will pitch. If he gets 6 strikeouts, he is league leader yet again. And then Todd Schmidt, if he gets 6 more, that puts him at 50. So, wow, Clayton Kershaw of the Dodgers, 58 strikeouts. But, yeah, we helped David Price. He's now 43, and we helped Chris Sale, as most of our guys have struck out to these 2 men. So, anyway, looking ahead in the division, the Royals are now dead even with us. They won their last couple games. Actually, their last game, they were 11-20 going, and now we are 12-19. They are 12-20, and we face the not Boston, the Chicago White Sox. So if we sweep them, we are now 15-19 in a dead tie for third place. So it all depends on what we can do in Chicago. If we had a game like we did today where the defense was shut down, only allowing hits and no runs, into the earlier innings, and we lock it down late, we could walk away with 3 wins. We could sweep our first series and then be in that third spot where Chicago is now. 10 games behind, only 3 games behind Chicago with a 3-game series coming up against them. And then we face those pesky Cleveland Indians at first place with 23-10. Must be nice. But anyway, I'm going to skedaddle. Once again, your Minnesota Twins victorious over the Boston Red Sox. There we go. To the tune of 5-1. We're going to see if we can pull it up here for the send-off. Looks like we can't. But you know what happened. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in the next one.